We all want to see a prosperous Rwanda able to achieve its vision of high income status by 2050. In the words of President Kagame, we don't want to be a status quo country or status quo people. Vision 2050 has to be about the future we choose because we can and because we deserve it. Two policy questions are front of mind for the government of Rwanda as we work towards this future. The first is the future of employment. Vision 2050 sees a productive labor force able to earn high incomes. It expects agriculture to decline to 20% of total employment by 2050, down from 47% in 2022. Achieving this requires a shift out of elementary to skilled jobs, like in the high-income countries that we aspire to. This means 1.7 million workers must shift up the skills ladder. The second key policy question is food security. This goal is core to a productive labor force and our high-income aspirations. Despite recent increases in food production and imports, nearly a third of the population is undernourished. That is almost 4 million people. Malnourishment is the biggest driver of educational failure in Rwanda. To feed our growing population by 2050, we will require at least double the amount of food we currently produce through enhanced production and more imports. If we want to increase nutritional quality, even more is needed. Yet, in 2022, the impact of climate change caused agricultural production to decline. To achieve a bold vision asks for bold moves. What decisions must be taken now to make this future vision a reality? Achieving the vision doesn't happen in a vacuum. The decisions to be made play off against global developments and trends that will shape domestic realities in the coming decades. 4 rules of the game form the parameters for how Rwanda's future will unfold. The first is population growth. The Rwandan population will double over the next 30 years, resulting in even higher density and a larger supply of labor. The same will happen in the region. Secondly, climate change is an inevitable reality. It brings greater variability of rainfall and more natural disasters. Food production and employment are both highly vulnerable to the impacts of climate change. Thirdly, recent global and regional events leave no doubt that the world is in turmoil. Geopolitical instability can shift the funding and trade dynamics for Rwanda. Finally, technology and AI are changing the structure of the global economy. For Rwanda, this risks leaving those with low skills behind. There is also a key uncertainty amidst all of this. Namely, will we return to a stable integrated global order, or will the fracturing of the world into competing power and trade blocs continue? That is a question that matters deeply for Rwanda's access to affordable food imports and the health of our public finances. Together, these global trends and uncertainties put greater pressure on government when considering key policy questions such as food security and the future of employment. This makes the need for smart decisions even greater. If we want to achieve Vision 2050 and flourish amidst the forces shaping the world, we must get 5 key things right. Fix education quality so that people spend more years in school. Close the adult basic education gap to upskill existing workers. Increase agricultural productivity by insulating Rwanda's agriculture against climate change. This requires large-scale investment in irrigation and agri-tech. Re-engineer logistics to bring down the cost of trade and reduce the cost of doing business. Finally, leverage Rwanda's stability to attract foreign direct investment. To make this a reality, the government of Rwanda, led by the Ministry of ICT and Innovation, is using data to inform its response to global challenges and local opportunities.